18 on January 10th, and I haven't been on social media here. I've been busy the last hour or so. So it's possible by now that Governor Pritzker may have signed this egregious weapons ban, among other things that it tries to prohibit. So if you guys have followed this at all, it's typical and commonplace from what we're seeing out of the Illinois General Assembly. Sorry, I was making flour tortillas. What we're seeing out of the General Assembly is that they're taking these, what they call shell bills, and they're doing these gut and replaces at the last minute. So we've got House Bill 5471 that was a very basic insurance bill, and they converted it at the very last minute to this, extreme constitutional infringement, to say the least. So there's a lot of issues with this. Okay, thanks. They said, yep, he signed it, so it's on. So anyway, we have decided to, it's kind of similar to when he was doing his face mask stuff with the kids. We've decided that we're going to step up and see if enough people in the state want to sue JB Pritzker in the General Assembly. So there's a couple of issues going on here. I want to make sure you understand is that we have issues with the procedure of how they've adopted this thing. And I know they're going to listen to this, so I'm not telling any secrets that they already don't know. So there's procedures of how they adopted this thing, which again, as I told you, has become all too commonplace, where they're sneaking these bills in like thieves in the night and passing them, etc. And the Illinois Supreme Court absolutely has to take this issue on now. Last time they looked at it, they said they were going to defer to the legislature, but the legislature was pushing its luck. Well, I think they've pushed their luck enough that, every bill that they ever want to pass now, they pass in this fashion. So we have to have the Illinois court, Supreme Court likely, to look at this issue of, playing this game with the gut and replace. And so that's what I'm proposing for people that want to participate with us, that we take this issue on and we take it on quickly. The other issue has to do with your federal Second Amendment rights. It's a separate issue of substantively attacking people's rights to bear arms. So two issues: procedure and the way they play the games, which is for our state court. Also the federal issue of the right to bear arms. So, what we are proposing, as you can see, and we've got documentation out there, is, as I've always told you, you're free to go do whatever you want to do with whoever you want to do it or nothing. But I want to put together a group of people and take it at JB Pritzker, starting off in the state court with these procedural flaws, and if necessary and when necessary, also, doing something in the federal court under the right circumstances. It's, we can do both of those, one first and the other contemporaneously. We can figure that out as we go. But that's what we're talking about here, you guys, because they turned an insurance bill, about that long insurance bill, into a 100-page gun bill. So we've got to put an end to this. The people of the state of Illinois, the Republican legislators are not going to do anything. They should have been doing this, but they're not. So it's going to be up to you guys. So, Ryan's got a link out there attached, and, we are working with some of the gun groups, but, the gun groups are like you guys, they're in no different situation, at least as far as their rights being infringed is like FFLs as well. So we're talking to some of them too, but you guys can decide what you want to do. We're wanting to bring this thing, and it's up to you guys to see how far and how big you want to push it. It's up, you make the decision. So I'll look over here real quick, see if you have any questions. Like I said, this law is going to come into effect pretty quick, so we need to move pretty quick if we're going to do something. And let me see if you got any questions. No, Chris, they didn't attach it to an amusement park bill. That was where they tried in the House, but in the Senate, they attached it to an insurance bill. And you can all sit over there and say, oh, the right shall not be infringed. I get all of that. I mean, I breathe Second Amendment, live and breathe it. You guys got to fight for it. I mean, they're going to, JB Pritzker and the liberals are going to try to take it away from you, and you got to decide if you want to stand up and fight or not. Let me see here. I won't stay on here long. Sarah, that's all in the documentation for people that want to join and participate and actually be named as a plaintiff in this case. It's a flat fee of $200. But people that don't want to participate, if they just want to help any little bit they can, they're free to do that too. It's also out there. And I got no problem spending the next year of my life working on nothing but this issue. I can do that if you guys want me to, but it's really up to you. Okay, I want to make sure I answer your guys' questions. Okay, Jenny said you'd like more information. Jenny, there's a link that Ryan's got attached here, and it'll be out on our website at DeVoreLawOffices.com. It'll be on my social media, etc., and you can look at it. Send Ryan an email if you want to ask him any questions. Ryan loves to get emails. So it's pretty straightforward, you guys. Again, my plan of action is taking them into the state court first, quick, right off the bat. And again, then we'll play that through, and then we'll look at the federal actions too. Let me see. I'll just answer again a couple more questions if I have to, you guys. That's funny, Timmy. You know, I'm not going to answer a lot of these questions. You know, you guys talk about, well, they took an oath of office and they violate the oath of office. You guys, you can quibble about that all you want. I mean, it's a philosophical conversation. Unelect them if you think they are. The governor and the attorney general and these legislators think what they're doing is lawful. So whether it is or isn't, we got to go ask the court to decide that. So it's, you know, I'm not oversimplifying it, but it really does come down to that. So, all right, I think, yeah, Bob asked, where's your glass of bourbon? I'm not drinking bourbon tonight, Bob. I got me a glass of wine I like to drink with supper sometimes. So no bourbon tonight. I've been busy working on this, kind of following this bill all day long. So I got a good handle on it. So, okay, guys, I mean, that's where we're at. I don't have a whole lot else to add to you. Go look at DeVoreLawOffices.com. You want to fight these guys and you want your name to be on this in the state court and go after them, join on in with us. That'll be great. And I've got a couple other lawyers that'll help with us too. Again, I'm prepared to work on it as long and as hard as I need to. And again, we'll see what happens in the state court, and then we can talk about the federal court. Okay. So that's all I got for you guys. If you have any questions, email Ryan. Okay. I love all of you. Again, let me add this. I want to get this filed in the state court on Friday, if at all possible. So if you want to join in and participate, you know, we've got a couple of days here, but we don't want to take too much time. Okay. Take care.